Welcome to the Up Doe Podcast, the podcast with one queen and two king crusaders. Hosted by the dynamic trio, Donnell Warren, Helen Blashars, and Robert Nelson. Lifelong friends hailing from the iconic Martin Luther King Jr. Senior High School in Detroit, Michigan. This show is your go-to source for an exhilarating mix of entertainment buzz, community news, and heartfelt discussions. In a world that keeps throwing struggles our way, from politics to personal struggles, we're on a mission to lift each other up and heal those wounded hearts with joy and humor. Join us as we navigate this wild ride called life. Share stories, insight, and plenty of laughs along the way. Don't miss out. Enjoy the Up Doe Podcast wherever you enjoy your favorite podcast. Also join our vibrant community on YouTube at Up Doe 313 Detroit. Welcome to the Up Doe Podcast. In this episode, we talk to our very own Leonard Hassell. From Detroit's very own Martin Luther King Senior High School to Dubai. Leonard has lived in Dubai since 2012, and there he has built a beautiful life. He's an esteemed educator, a mentor, and a basketball coach. Also a wonderful husband and father. Please stay tuned after the show for video clips and pictures of Leonard's life in Dubai. Let's give a warm welcome to our very own Leonard Hassell. What up, Doe? We like to give a warm What Up, Doe welcome to our very own Leonard Hassell. Yay!
What up, though, Lynn?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though, family?
Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man.
Hey, likewise, man.
I've been waiting for this show, man.
Y'all.
Coming from us too, from Dubai.
Yes, representing all day.
So let us, kind of tell us about what you've been doing, how long you've been there, and what's going on in Dubai. Excited about this.
Helen, it's been 13 beautiful years.
Wow.
13, and time flies. But just the opportunity to come over here and raise our children, in this type of environment, the diversity, just seeing things on the worldly side, side of things. And but having that Detroit spirit inside of them, and we got them over here, raising them. Heck, they over there now.
That's all right. They know how to live bilingually.
Yeah. Hey, they enjoy college and life and all that stuff over there. But this place right here, Helen, there's so many things to say about it. I just, whatever questions y'all have, I'm excited to answer them.
We got a lot for you. I'm gonna let Donnie start it off. Donnie start it off for you because we got a lot.
My teammate, my big fella.
Teammate, going back, man.
Yes, sir.
His love.
The big fella.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you kind of clearing up a lot of things. You know how you hear stuff through the grapevine all the time, Lynn left and went here. Here I'm saying, Lynn probably been there 20 years. And so we really trying to get, now we're really learning that how long you've been gone and all this different stuff and really learn about what your experience was. But what I would say is what was one of the biggest challenges, if there was any challenges, when you first transition there, what was that process like? Just the whole thing of, was it a lot as far as being, becoming a citizen, all those things, how was all that about?
That's a good question, Donnie. When you get here, Americans, we tend to think that everything should move like America moves. Just even when we go on vacation, our expectation is like, hey, at home it's like this, it's like that. But in all actuality, different places have different rules, different way of life. And it's been a blessing to learn that stuff. But it took a little adapting. I would say not so much as probably other places in the Middle East, because this place is acceptance of all cultures, races, religions. It's a very diverse place, and so they didn't make it very hard. And with English being the number one language or the universal language amongst different countries, it's the common language. If you're from Africa, you want to talk to somebody from Australia, the common language is English. And so that's a plus. However, the disadvantage is not being bilingual like most of these people are. They got their native language and they speak English. In some cases, they speak other languages. So, but just being around, you're able to pick up on things and being a part of a culture that's safe and welcoming makes it that much easier. So it wasn't that hard of an adjustment. These people were very welcoming and they offer help to whatever.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Right.
Man,
Rob, what you got?
I got a quick one for you. You a brother from the D. I met you probably ninth grade, probably somewhere at the what's the name of the gym?
come on now.
What's
Come on now.
I can't think of the name of it, but you know,
Franklin.
that's probably why I seen you the first time.
Baby.
Okay, we got
That's right.
Gotta give love to the skipper.
No doubt.
The skip,
No
right?
doubt. Rest in peace.
So,
All love.
rest
Skip.
in peace.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're a graduate of King. I can't think of what college you went to. What college did you go to?
So I initially went to Northwest Oklahoma State.
Okay.
After being recruited by Nebraska, Cincinnati, having those opportunities, but not passing that ACT and not being aware of all that, how to prep for that stuff. It kind of hit me. So I had to go with a school there. It was an NAIA school, but a very, very competitive one. Later, I wound up going to Southeast Missouri State University, which is a Division I school in the same conference with the likes of Murray State, Austin P, Eastern Kentucky, and schools like that, mid-major. But being able to travel at a young age and go to these different universities, being from Detroit, also, it helped build character because you're looking at different cultures. And I remember first getting down there, and I hope I ain't going off, but
No, I'm loving this. I'm getting all these
relax, do your thing, man.
All right. So I seen these brothers, and they had on cowboy hats, and they had the little snuff in their mouth, and they had on these tight jeans and cowboy boots. This is when I was in Oklahoma. And I'm thinking, I was like, is this for real? I was like, is these for? I said, they playing, right? Like,
no, these are real brothers.
San Antonio. They cowboys for real.
Real cowboys.
It was unbelievable being from the east side of Detroit where you met me at Rob, Franklin, and all of that, and King, the show. And just being in that space was like, wow. But at the same time, I learned something. So that was a lesson learned before moving on to Southeast Missouri State. That decision was basically to go down there and play ball in front of my family from St. Louis. They never seen me play when I was in Detroit. And they was like, oh, we heard about you.
Right.
Okay. And I wound up signing with that school. Man, the family came and seen me play one game. We played against Mizzou. Got blew out. I ain't seen them no more.
And my little cousin played for Mizzou too, football.
Oh man, they had them 2 7-footers. I say, oh man, they say.
You say one game, the Mizzou game.
They had chips.
Hey, it's all love.
But it's all love, man.
Okay, so you end up finishing up some of your college career down in the South. And see, the crazy part for me is what changed your mind, and how did you convince your wife? Let's go to Dubai, baby.
All right.
I want to understand how a brother from the D, you know what I'm saying, and then you did some time in the South, then you somehow eventually get married, and you had to convince your wife, baby, let's go.
Or she had to convince him. We don't know.
Right.
Yeah. That's what we get to learn.
Right. So, Tara and I, high school, they call it sweethearts. It's hard to believe that stuff, but yeah.
Y'all definitely that.
We also went to college together. you know. So we traveled, we grew up together, we were friends.
Aw.
You know, we wound up having our family while we were actually in college. But we were both in the education system in Detroit. I was working over in Southwest Detroit at Cesar Chavez Academy as a basketball coach and teaching over there. And she was in the public school system.
Right.
And you know, we had our family or whatever. You know, with 4 kids, you know, hey, you got to take care. It's a whole lot of things to
Exactly.
take care of.
Right.
So Tara was always interested in going abroad. She didn't care or just relocating. She wanted something different. You know, me, I'm a basketball coach. Life is good. You know, I'm coaching
Right.
kids. I'm living my passion or whatever. And I was like, she said, well, there's this opportunity over in Abu Dhabi. And I said, well, what is that? She said, you know, Dubai. And I was like, then I had to think. And I was like, oh, this is in 2011 or early 2012. And I said, oh, you know what? I heard of this. I say, Big Herd went there. And
Yeah.
he came back showing me these pictures. And I know for sure Donnell may have seen this, maybe Rob too. But he showed pictures and I was like, wow. Then the guy named Jimmy Reyes, who's from Southwest Detroit, he came back and showed me pictures. And I'm like, oh, this place is amazing. But it didn't click when Tara was telling me. And I Googled it. I saw the pictures and I was like, oh.
Right.
And so she initially went in for the interview. I still wasn't sold on it 100%. Matter of fact, I didn't quit my job. I called in sick on the flight over.
Right. Just in case. I know.
Before I boarded the flight over.
Right.
Because I wasn't 100%. I was like,
Oh, you right.
I was like a brother, like, do this or enjoy that. I was like, man, going over to this place, how's life going to be? But the commitment came there out of it was a family decision. It was hers initially. And I had to do my research and I said, okay, well, let me get over there. I said, the ball will be bouncing somewhere. And I was able to get in as a coach in Dubai, initially, before I broke into the education system over here, which was about a few months later. And I was back in the classroom teaching the kids and still doing basketball on the side, which eventually led to me starting International Playmakers Basketball Academy, which I have here since 2014.
Wow.
So it allowed me to raise these kids internationally. I got kids from Georgia, from New York, from California. They're from everywhere and outside of the states mainly, but they all came through the system. So we follow them kids too. So it's just a lot. We Detroit, we ain't gonna sit down.
We ain't gonna
we
sit
gonna
down.
improve. So like I
Right.
said, initially the decision was hers. I was against it at first. And until I said, okay, let's give it a try. And when we got here, I was able to move and get my things started. Like I said, get back into that classroom. And that's where it is.
So I got a good one for you, Leonard. Okay, so all of the stuff going on with our American politics, and we just got a new election and all of that. So people have been really kind of learning as we go about seeing our world as we know it change and going from what's being proposed is us not paying income taxes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Dubai doesn't pay income taxes, right?
That's another good question.
Yeah. Tell me the disadvantages and the advantages of that and what you think we should do.
Good question. And I don't know if that's the President Trump's idea. I heard some of the stuff he was saying. I know he was saying something about cutting taxes. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna charge tariffs like you guys do. So basically, it's the model that you guys do over there. Yeah. And I'm just wondering if it's working for y'all, then maybe I need to be a little bit more open-minded.
Open to it, yeah.
That's a great question because, being here, I do look at the government and how things are run here. And as far as the taxes, for the first, I would say, we've been here 13 years. For the first 10 years, there was no taxes at all on anything. Yes, and still, as far as your salary and what you make is yours. There is no taxes out your salary.
Wow.
Right now, they have that, and it's so low that you don't see it. It's almost
What's
like
the average salary? Like if you had to say like the lowest level job to maybe like a medium job, what would be like the salary range?
so. Here's the thing: in this country, they pay you based off what country you're from and your currency. So, like, it probably wouldn't be fair for somebody from America to be making the same salary as someone from India, where their currency is so low that, and even South Africa, where the currency is so low that making like $1,500 for them a month is good, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Um, so basically, they of course here you get paid. The overall what it comes out to is basically more than what you get home. It's got to be some benefit. Uh, if you come over here, they sponsor you. So usually housing is free. In some
Wow.
cases, they'll pay for your furniture. This was back when we first got here. So your expenses, your car or whatever you decide to buy as far as that, whatever. But initially, that's how they were doing it when we first got here. Or you had an option to take the money and get whatever you want. As far as the taxes, though, life is good. Like, you really don't see taxes.
Wow. Retail like tax and goods, like if you buy something from the store, there's no tax.
They just changed that about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's so low. You're looking at probably 2 or 3 cents because, like here,
Oh.
I think on the dollar, what is it? 3.8. So it's like 3.8 of $8 is one of ours. So
Mm.
when we bring a dollar over here, our money is multiplied. So they love to see that American dollar. But that's everywhere you go, pretty much.
Right. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you think it's
Wow.
better than having
It is.
democracy?
It is, not just because of that, because of the safety. The police, they walk around, they don't have guns. They don't chase people in traffic. You got the cameras out there that if you're going too fast, it'll just the light will hit your license plate and you'll get the message on your phone saying that
Damn.
you're fine.
Right.
Yeah. So the
Right.
police be chilling.
So you ain't gotta look for the hook. They just be in the
Say they
air.
don't even carry. Say they don't even carry guns.
This was the
Right.
place. This was the first place I seen people get out on the side of the road and talk to police, and get up close and approach them. I was like, man, you getting out the car, you about to approach the cop?
That's right.
Like,
That's not
it's
common.
it's man, it's wonderful. But there's a lot of cameras here also, so they really high
Really?
on the cameras and all of that stuff. But women can walk around at night by themselves without worrying about anybody doing anything to them.
Yeah, I was wondering, what's the difference in laws for women and men? Like if I'm a single woman versus if I'm a married woman, can I be out all times? What's the nightlife like? You know what I'm saying? Y'all might not be
Yeah,
hanging out like that, but you know.
yeah, yeah. Women can walk around. You can walk around at 11 at night, 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, because prayer here, this is a Muslim country. That adhan goes off at different times of the night. Like at 4:30 in the morning, they getting up for prayer and stuff, or whatever. You just see people walking. It's nothing to get out there and you're just fine. Whether it's lit up or not. As far as the nightlife over here that's what makes Dubai Dubai.
Mhm.
It's you see the Russians, you see the Australians, the South Africans, the
Wow.
people from UK over there in London. It's a lot. It's a heavy population of Black people from London over here, but it's a heavy population of everything here. As a matter of fact, the Emiratis, the local people, they make up 13% of the country. The rest of it
Wow.
is everybody else
Mm.
coming, as service people, in our case, it's education and sports. Um, uh, like for instance, you were asking me about the salaries, Helen, my bad. So
Mhm.
like to go back to that, like I was saying, it would be fair to give someone from America the same salary. Like they'd be super duper rich if they came up to a salary like ours. So they make it where it's to wherever you're from, your salary balances out to be more than what you probably be getting back home. You know what I'm saying? Because of after all the taxes and even the insurance for your car. What we pay like for the insurance for the car, you can get insurance like $700 for the year.
Hey, stop.
For the year. Yeah, $700 for the year.
Some people paying $700 a month here.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's
you
great.
could go up, you could get a higher premium than that, but I'm just saying, like, you could be fully covered $700-800 a year. That type of stuff
I'm gonna
is
let
different.
Donnie. I know Donnie got a question for you, Leonard, but I just want to give you a shout out because my wonderful friend Karen Parker came to Dubai and she works with me, and all I did was send you a message and tell you that she was coming, and you showed her, and now y'all friends now,
absolutely.
and she love your wife, and it was just a beautiful thing, and all I had to do was send that message to you that she was coming.
Absolutely.
And, you know what I mean? It's a wonderful thing to have friends in a different country to call out on them because, hey, never know how the world going. A lot of people have known that you've been coming on. My brother, especially, shout out to my brother Sean. He was like, ask Leonard this, ask them. There's a lot of people that really want to move to Dubai specifically because it's like you said, diverse. So what would you tell them to, like, if you had to give them a checklist of things that they need to do before they go, and like how much money you think they're gonna need, or where they should apply for, just a couple of things that you think that they should do if they are thinking of coming to the country. And then Donnie, you got ask your question next.
Like for vacation or for living?
For living, they want to. They like
Moving.
they don't. I don't know if you take up on citizenship when you come there, or you just got to go through the asylum process and you are immigrant. Are you considered an immigrant, or are you still a U.S. citizen and you live in Dubai? And what you stuff like that.
So we're considered expats, expatriates, and like in this country, the only people that usually be able to become a citizen of this country are probably athletes, like high paid ones. That's professional. They'll use them as you like when you look at the French team that be winning the World Cups in soccer and all that.
Yeah,
their brother named Mbappe. He black as all of us. He's really Cameroon. He's from Africa, but him playing football so well, they allowed him to have a passport for France. So those are the only people. Other than that, no, the Emiratis, they won't allow them because this is a very fruitful country, and they don't want to share with everybody. They'll share with you is like, hey, you come over and have a good living. You have access to luxury, things that you probably wouldn't have access to back in the States if you wasn't wealthy.
Right.
We can go to the same restaurants. We can be at the same whatever, art show, brunches, whatever. And that is, that's a wonderful thing. But I don't know. What was the question? I'm just rambling.
It was a lot. But I'm just saying, like, for people that want to, what would be like a checklist if you had to think of things that they needed to do to prepare? Like, say I want to move there next year. Okay. And what should I do? Should I have like $50,000 cash, my passport? What I need to, what do I need?
The first thing is
can I come there? I don't know. What's the rule?
Yeah. The first thing is go through the process of, looking at the job opportunities in whatever field that you are in or that you would like to be in and see what the requirements is. And then if somebody, reaches back and there's an opportunity there, then move forward with that. But it happens so quick too, because once they hire you, they want you here. But I would say the first thing to pack is your patience, because like I was saying, it's not America. So a lot of the tools that we have, they don't have. When we first got here, being in the line at the grocery store, guys would be standing to you so close, and you'd be like, oh, back up. These are the guys from the boundaries.
You're not
You
used
know,
to.
you be like, so you just have to be a little patient and be like, excuse me. And they'll respect it because they don't know any better. You'd be at the
Right.
ATM machine and they just be looking over your shoulder while you take care of your
That's
banking.
just how they are, huh? Naturally nosy or something.
Hey, but you know what? Some of those guys don't know how to use the machine. You know what I'm saying? So they want to see what buttons you pushing.
It ain't the same buttons you pushing, buddy.
But they are nosy though. So you gotta talk to them, but when they hear the English, because in some case, hey, I've had people say, speak to me in Arabic, and they didn't know that I was from America. Or they be like, where you from? And I say, I'm from Detroit. And they say, no, before. And I say, I'm from Detroit, man.
Right.
Before. What they really trying to get at is like, what part of Africa I'm from?
They think that all Black people from Africa, don't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I wonder which part I am from. You know what I mean?
So about that, I went. This is when I was working at for this company in Dubai with this basketball company, and I went for lunch one day, and so I was sitting there, and this lady came and she looked at me. She said, "You mind if I sit here?" There was a chair next to me. I said, "Go ahead, sister." And she said, "Where you from, brother?" I said, "I'm from Detroit." She said, "No." She said, "Where are you really from?" I said, "I don't know, sister. You tell me." Because I know she was from Africa. And she said, "Yeah, brother, you from Senegal." I said, "Senegal?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, all right. I guess I'm from Senegal." Because you never know. You take the test. You don't know if that stuff is scammed out or how you'll be accepted. You never know about that stuff. But I would say that those people probably have more of an eye for that than we do. And since I've been here, I kind of see the faces, the head shapes, and recognize that, okay, that's an Egyptian or that's
Okay.
a Sudanese compared to someone that's from Nigeria or Uganda. You see the differences in them. Man, this place, man. I just hope that y'all get a chance to come see it for yourself.
I want to. How much it
And
costs to come there? Like cheap. You know what I mean? What's the cheapest I can get to Dubai?
well,
Probably
when
ain't
I'm
no
flying,
expensive.
hey, I hit that Travelocity or that Booking.com or something to see what them deals is. I don't know if y'all with Marriott, my boy, or
Yeah, we
whatever
got
type
Marriott,
of,
yeah.
Delta
I
flight,
think we
use
all
all
just
that
do the
stuff.
same thing right
Yeah,
nowadays.
because I do look at it like I've been to Africa a couple times, and I was like, man, it's cheap as heck to go here, and you don't have to take all of these shots. But if you're coming from America, you got to take shots to go to Africa. I'd have
Right.
been there 2 times, and it was like whatever. But as far as coming here, um, I would say it depends on how long you want to stay. That's for sure, and what you want to do. If you plan on spending a lot, then I could probably take you to some places where you can stretch your money.
I would think at least a week. I mean, that's a long trip to come and just stay a couple of days. So at least a week.
Right, you got to be here a week.
I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to get a job and relocate. Shoot, forget that.
There's so many things to do here. So I would say at the lowest, I would say the ticket, the flights probably would be between 1,200 to 1,600 round trip.
That ain't bad.
That's the flight. And in some cases cheaper. That's why I say you just gotta see what's going on online. As far as the hotels, you're looking at like probably about 150 a night.
What about that one out in the water? How much is that?
Oh, you talk like the
what's that like? $1 million a night? Whatever that
Palm
one they
Jumeirah.
built out in the water out there. Remember the one they built?
That one that looked like an instrument.
That is a hotel, ain't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's like a sailboat.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Like a sailboat. Yeah, that's the Burj Al
That's the
Arab.
tourists. I think tourist people come visit. They probably want to go see that. I'm sure.
It's the only 7-star hotel in the world.
That's why I know. Yeah, that was.
Oh, it's crazy, dude.
It's
Couple
crazy.
thousand a night.
You ever stayed there, Leonard?
Hey, Johnny stayed there.
Who?
Our classmate.
Okay, Johnny Hardiman.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
yeah.
stayed there. I didn't get a chance to link
Johnny,
up
yeah,
when he was here, but
Yeah.
So,
That's nice.
Yeah,
it's
Wow.
nice. I've been over there a few times, just to go have a little tea.
A little
Right.
tea.
Yeah. Oh man, that's all they do over here is tea and coffee. Sit down,
It's
brother.
tea.
Sit down. Have a seat, Habibi. Have a seat, Habibi. You want tea? You want dates? Yeah.
You remember the private islands they used to have? Remember them private islands that they were selling when they first was rebuilding Dubai? They were selling them for like $1 million. Remember them? You remember?
Yeah,
they were like with these little private
they had
islands.
the islands. Yeah, the islands of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they probably cost way more than that now.
So how far are you away from all that stuff? Where do you live?
I'm right here. I'm right across the street from the Emirates Palace. Like I was gonna do this on the balcony with y'all, but my wife
the
said it was dark.
reception.
But I did want y'all to see it, but it's all good.
You can send some pictures of all of that stuff, and we'll put it in.
You can still walk out there, man. Why you
He
playing?
got his laptop. He got his laptop.
It ain't like we get a chance to see this every day.
Show me.
My bad.
Right.
I'm on the computer now too.
Yeah, he ain't got to see it.
You got
options. If y'all
just send us some pictures. Just send us some pictures.
I got a question for you. We got to get with basketball, the international players. We got to ask for basketball. I got to share this though, because, and I've been thinking about this about you since high school. You probably never know, but one thing I always felt like you had relationships. And I look up, you standing with Grant Hill, you standing with, like, basketball has definitely been a big part of your life. And I could see a lot of the stuff you enjoy from it. But your relationships, to me, I just feel like from afar, your relationships is busy. But tell me about that. How do you end up standing next to Grant Hill and kicking it with them? What has it been with you with basketball there and things you've been doing now, in your life and all that? Talk about that with me.
Hey, Donnell, you just said it, man. That's the number one thing is relationships. And that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It really is that, just being positive, not being a threat. If I got some information to share, it's yours. It don't hurt to tell somebody, man, there's some sweet sneakers you got on. Yeah, friendship start from that. Hey, man, them cold too, bro. Dang, all right. The little things. And it goes from there, and personalities click. And for the most part, that's how it is. The basketball is in common. And man, I'm telling you, like you said, Donnell, man, bring brothers together. It's been a blessing. Smitty, I had a chance to meet him in Vegas at one of the summer leagues I went to out there with Hill. And it's crazy because, of course, we grew up loving Smitty and St. Cecilia, but I had never been that close, and he came over here for the games when LeBron and Steph came. And one of my friends here works for the junior NBA, and they do all the stuff for the NBA when they come. And Smitty and Grant Hill were speaking. And he said, "Lee, I got your homeboy here, and I got Grant Hill, all-time great." He's like, "I got tickets for you." I said, "Oh, that'd be sweet, man." And so the first person I seen was Grant Hill. And I said something to him, and he was like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh, you just want to talk to Smitty." And I say, "No, man." I said, "You a Detroit legend too, brother." He hugged me. He's like, "Oh, okay." I say, "No doubt." And Smitty came. He's like, "I remember you." I say, "No doubt. It's East Side all day, baby."
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, man, you were at it with my little bro Kahil them." And I said, "Yeah, man." And so we clicked like that, and we had a chance to have some small talk. They actually had bodyguards and everything around, which they didn't need in Dubai. It was cool just to have that vibe. And
that was just this past year too, wasn't it?
yeah.
I seen you post that.
Yeah, because like I said, Steph was here. I had a chance to see them play against Serbia with Nikolai.
Okay.
I had a chance to see everybody but KD play. It was just good to see them that close because it's hard to see Steph and Brian on the same team.
Right.
You know, I was there when Steph, was out there. Boy, it was a wonderful thing, Donnie. But it all goes back to the relationships. Even getting those tickets to even be able to see Smitty and Graham came down to the relationship I got with the brother Emmy, a brother from Canada, who hooked me up with the tickets. So, yeah.
What age group you coaching out there? Who are you coaching? What age are they in?
So it's the international playmakers. And the reason I named it that is because most of the kids in the academy are from everywhere. Czech Republic to, like I said, man, those other countries, UK, Australia, Lebanon, Syria, they're from everywhere. And so that's why I named it International Playmakers. The playmaker part is, hey, get out there on the floor. If you ain't the best shooter, go play some defense. Get on the floor, hustle, make something happen for the team. And we all together under one roof. So when we had these picnics, it's international. Bring cuisines, your country. And so we go from ages 6. Now we started off 8 up to 17. We even took it down to 6 because a lot of parents are like, shoot, I got this little, so we got these adjustable ribs. And we got some Filipino coaches that are really good with the little ones. And know how to keep them busy or whatever. And then it's all the way up. So we help the kids. We got kids in college here at AUD, American University of Dubai. We got kids over in Europe, and we also got kids in the UK and Egypt that's now playing college basketball. And so we stay with the kids. We even got kids in America. I got a lot of kids in Georgia. And I got some kids over in Carolinas that's in high school now, trying to make their way and still playing the game. So that's one thing too. We keep in touch with the kids that come through the program. And I've through education, I've been able to, some of the kids that I teach have joined the program. So now not only are, they're my player outside of school, they're my student in school. So that relationship is just just being able to put back. And one of the reasons I got into the coaching game, which I didn't have plans on after playing, I was just a family man working, and Verge, Rashad Phillips' dad, he said, Hassell, what you doing? I said, I ain't teaching, man. I said, coaching a little bit, kind of at the school, but I ain't really took the job or nothing like that yet. He said, man, you got to go all in, man. He said, you got to pay it back to these kids. These kids need you in the D. And I said, okay. Because I had to look back and say, he had us at St. Rita's on Friday. Other than that, we was at the Franklin with Skip, and me being from a single parent household, those men were guys that gave us a safe haven and a place to get it in. Court. We still was in the neighborhood with the guys, but for the most part, it was still competitive inside that gym, and they provided that, and it also gave us a lane to look at. Okay, this guy's going to this university or that university. I could do it too. I could have the opportunity. I'm playing with these other. Everybody was headed towards that direction. So paying it forward was easy to see some of these kids and say, hey, you got potential. Or even if it don't pan out in basketball, it's teaching you how to be a good team member in the workforce, or even in business. You're going to have to work with some other people.
That's the big picture.
Share the candy. Yeah, I always tell them, share the candy.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Bro, what you got?
Oh yeah, as usual, every time I get on your page, I always see you taking pictures because I know you was cool with she went to King, her name was Apples, and her son Josh Jackson. And I knew Josh when he was little. Me and Apples was cool. But what would be some advice that you would give to like some of the young basketball players that's, like high school or college that's coming up that's trying to like, play international ball or NBA or, some type of professional basketball?
First, yes, Apple's, King Crusader.
That's
Apple's
right.
reached out to me because, okay, first about Josh, who's Apple's son, Josh Jackson, former NBA player.
Right.
He, my boy Al Anderson, rest in peace, Al, my brother, born the same day as me, grew up at the East Side Coast. And Zoden. He's Zoden's first cousin. He passed away though. But before he passed away, this was 2012, this is my first year here. He called me and he said, Lynn, he said, I got a kid that Rob, you with me?
I'm here.
I think he kind of
Your
froze.
phone delaying, Rob, but that's okay.
I know.
Okay. All right. So he told me, he said, Lynn, I got a kid. He's a pro. I said, what grade is he? He said, he's the ninth grader. He said, it's your girl Apple's son. He said, man, it's Apple's son. You need to holler at him, man. Because she can use some words from you or whatever. I know that's your people. I said, okay. And so I reached out to Apples and she was like, yeah, I'm over here with you, bro, blah, 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 blah. So the relationship, kind of reformed back then. And then Josh, he came over here with Jason Tatum and Harry Giles, a few of the other guys that eventually went to the NBA. He came over here with Team USA and she called me and said, hey, keep an eye on my baby while he over there. So I was able to pick Josh up, take him around, show him around, talk to him about Al, let him know how close we were, being his former coach and stuff, and we clicked. So yeah, them my peeps. About what I would tell a kid to prepare for college or international, I would say don't let anything get in your way. If it's your passion, do it. Just seek knowledge from somebody that's better than you, whether it be a coach or a player that's in a better position than you. Go ahead, be a sponge, soak it up so you can get to their level or even take it to another level. But, take care of your academics. Right now, these kids got so many distractions compared to what we had. Could you imagine social media?
All right.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. Could you
Right.
imagine social media at King? And just,
How is social media there? How is it different?
These kids is just like Americans.
Oh my God. They on TikTok there.
Man, I had one of my girl students, girl in the 8th grade, she told me, Mister, I'm from O Block. I said, what? Yes, what you know about O Block? I was like, oh God. So they know. They on internet, they on YouTube and all that stuff. But about preparing for college, just stand on them grades and getting around somebody that you know is on track because it's easy to be distracted. And getting your work in. The best thing is work, and stay busy. And if you want to go international, you can. Because it's been a few guys from Detroit that actually got contracts to play over here. Some guys didn't. I don't even think played in college before. Had that opportunity by going, to these camps that they have sometimes. Sometimes they have travel teams. I met a few guys. I met a guy that played for Persian here that I didn't know back in the city. He came over with a travel team from Los Angeles.
Wow.
And playing against some of the pro clubs. And I saw the roster, saw he's from Detroit, so I introduced myself. And we found that we had a lot of people in common, and I'm like, wow, that's great. So still friends with him today. And he, he had that passion. Wasn't nothing gonna stop him from playing basketball. One of our classmates, Marcellus.
Yeah, I know Marcellus.
89. Played baseball. His son is over here right now, DeMarco. Is playing for the U.A.E. national team. They gave him a passport.
Oh,
yeah, he getting busy. They don't do that unless you get busy. He over here getting busy right now. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
beautiful.
yeah, I told him I had to come see him play. So
Right.
yeah, just we Detroiters, we gonna make our way, y'all. And you got
Yeah.
people that think it, don't do it. Cause I had my auntie when I told her we were moving over here, I never heard her cuss in my life. And she was like, hell no. And that was a big deal saying hell no. Hell
Right.
no. Our kids, y'all be doing something different. That we was gonna get on that flight. Now, me being ignorant, y'all, let me tell you, I got the ticket. It said 21 hours. So I was like, no big deal. I was like, I'm gonna be playing pool, go to the gym, probably swim a little bit, have a good time on the flight. Being so ignorant, I got on that flight with nothing but chairs, rolling hours. I was like, wait, hold on, 21 hours.
You were looking for the gym, huh?
Where the entertainment at? They was like, because I had
Right.
never been that far away from home. I couldn't
Right.
believe what I know that plane was seats.
Right.
So we flew from Detroit to Montreal for a quick layover there for about an hour. Then flew to the country of Jordan. Stayed there for about an hour, and then it was to Dubai. But all of that stuff was an experience because it was like late October when we arrived, and which is getting cold in Detroit. We exited the airport. Man, that heat hit us immediately. We was like,
What's the average temperature?
so around that time, around October, it was around 80, around 80, 85. But we
Right.
was coming from 40, 50,
Right. Right.
And so like right now, I'm dealing with a little cold right now. My nose is a little stuffy. But
What's the temperature now, average?
at nighttime, it'll go down to about 65, 70.
Wow.
Right.
Right. That's
Daytime
cold.
right now, because it's the winter time. Daytime it'll be around 80. Yeah, 80,
Wow,
82.
that's
It's always
beautiful.
80, no matter what. 80 or
Always,
Yeah,
what's the worst
80.
weather there? Is it like sandstorms or what's like
Well,
ignorant
what
weather in Dubai?
you
What's
don't have it
ignorant?
a lot. You got sandstorms, but not a whole lot, but you do get them.
Mhm.
But as far as the weather that's bad, it's like, okay, it's the total opposite of home. It'll be 0 degrees or negative, and you feel like you can be in the freezer. Well, it's
Yeah.
like you're in the oven over here in the summertime. It get up to
Wow.
20,
Yeah.
it's blazing. You can't go outside. I mean, you can, but
It's hard.
it's hot.
You gotta wear sunscreen even when you black there, huh?
For real. Put on that sailorman hat, fisherman cat hat, or something to cover you. Yeah, it gets hot.
Wow.
So that's why I try to come home, during July, August. I try to spend my time in Michigan,
Yeah.
States.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the biggest con about living in Dubai versus living in America?
Thinking everybody is rich, having that perception. It's even local people that are rich, So you got people that live a modest life. You got some people out here that you look at as probably poor, but this place is optional. Like you don't have to be here. And if you're here, you're definitely working. So you get paid from somewhere. You ain't just boo boo and Ray Ray, them ain't just walking around. Or
Mhm.
even if whoever from whatever country. If you're in this country, you're employed. So that means you're sponsored. And but I would say the cons about living here, although you don't pay taxes, man, those speed lights will get you. So you're gonna pay in some way. You go some way, you're gonna pay. So, you're gonna pay some way, they're gonna get you. But
Oh my God.
besides that, I mean, it's a great place to advance, and it's a great place for family. It's a great place for single people. It's like I said, the safety,
Mhm.
the diversity, and with all of us being away from our homes, it's easy to make friends. And like we got a village. When people pass away in our village, everybody go. If you're around, you go. Like for instance, one of the brothers passed away last week. Rest in peace, brother Rodney. But that was down in Atlanta. You got a lot of people that were here for many years that went to the funeral, and then we all met here. Big community, and that's what's great about being here too, because the Americans you meet here, y'all locked in forever. Couple of guys back out in California. I was out there with a brother who had just got the key to his new place out there. He had been here 12 years with us, he and his family. They had kids born and raised here. When they moved out to LA, I was out there visiting my daughter. So we had a chance to spend time and just the connections, y'all.
Right.
And not just stateside. Like you got people, you can go anywhere. If I go to London, I got people to call. If I go to South Africa, Cape Town,
right, that's awesome.
Yeah. But
a lot of love.
Ellen, you don't have to have a lot of money to come. I would say about $5,000, you'd be good. Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up.
These are dirhams. Yeah, these are dirhams. The dirham, like I said, that $5,000 is like 9,000 over here because
that's
of the currency.
What's up.
Yeah.
I got one more question. Then we go. Then I'm gonna let Donnell ask a question. We all ask one more question, then we wrap it up. But I really want to know about religion, because I know you said that the main religion is Islam. And if you like, I'm a Christian, is there a place for me to practice my faith? And I work in religious sector too. So I work in church. And so I'm wondering about end of life stuff. So how are funerals done there? Are the people buried in the ground? And I know that's a little extreme, but that's my profession. So I just want to know, how is that in terms of religion? Will I have a place to go to church?
Yes.
That's good to know.
Answer that, yes. There's a big church community and there's several churches. There's probably like 400 churches here. Now, mind you, the U.A.E is small. The whole country is probably smaller than the state of Ohio. So the whole country between Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and the other Emirates, you could be anywhere in 2.5 hours, anywhere in the country. 2 hours.
Okay.
Dubai and Abu Dhabi border each other. You could be from your doorstep to the Burj Khalifa in 50 minutes. So everything is close. But as far as religion, you got a lot of churches. Most Americans are Christians, and it's accepted because you got Buddhists from India. You got everything is here. Everything is here, and everybody's comfortable. With whatever religions. Like those, they make sure that they look out for extremists and stuff like that.
Right.
They keep out and all that stuff. But yeah, you got church here. And I got friends that work in the church here, also play the drums. Matter of fact, Terrence, guy I was just speaking about, he and his family moved to LA. He played the drums for the church.
Okay.
So it's here, it's everybody.
What about funerals and stuff? What about funerals? Do they bury in the ground, or is it more cremation there? Do you know?
So I ain't too familiar. I know with them, they buried the same day you die. They buried the same exact day.
It's like Jewish.
Yeah.
For real?
Like Jewish, the Jewish community does that within 24 hours.
Wow. Yeah. Didn't know that.
Yeah. As far as if someone like American or something like that passed away over here, they would send your body back home. Yeah, they would send it back to your people. Okay. Do it that way. But
okay.
This place in a lot of ways is westernized. This culture is respected, but America make everything cool. When things are going bad in America, people be like, "Dang, what's happening with America? That's the best country." They're disappointed when they look at what's in the media and see all the bad stuff, with the police brutality and things like that.
School shootings, all of that. Oh my God.
All of that stuff. They now you do, you get a lot of questions about everything. And that's another reason I'm happy to be here. because I get to show them an image of a black man uh, from America outside of the one they'll see on YouTube,
That's
uh,
right.
Yes.
spitting the negativity or just the straight ignorance, that's getting popularized worldwide. Just like I was saying, the young lady was saying, I'm from O Block, Mister. Now, I laugh with them sometimes, but I definitely school them. Because I'm going to
Right.
tell you something. Here's one for you. My brother Broderick from Augusta, Georgia. He's back home now. He was working with me. He was a math teacher. I'm teaching ELA. And I had some seventh grade girls. And I'm in class, and I mix it up. I like to joke with them a little bit. And I definitely get put all that American culture on. They love it
Yes.
anyway. They love the movies.
Yeah.
So he came to my class thinking that I had a break. And I was in full class, but I said, it's so good. He's like, I was like, no, come in. I say, hey, I was gonna tell the girls, hey, this is an actor from America, just a joke with him. They're out of Mr. Halls. Anyways, I say, girls, guess what Mr. Halls is and what he used to do before he got here. What up, raise their hand. I say, Bashir, that's her name. I say, Bashir. I say, what do you think? She says, Mr. Halls, nigga. And I said, what?
Nigga.
Nigga.
That's a hard R too. A hard
And
R.
the brother is a chocolate brother from the South, And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and we both kind of started laughing, and it's like, oh God. And I said, hold on. I said, this is a teachable moment. I said, it's a teachable moment right here. I say, I love using psychology on the kid when it comes down to it, rather than getting angry about it. Because
Right, for sure.
They got to be schooled. So I say, that word you should never use. I say, because it's not right. You may hear it in music. You may see it in the movies. I say, but it's a history behind that word. It's something that we as
Right.
foundational Black Americans
Right.
try to turn into something different. I say, but it can be used in many ways. It can be used as a greeting, of love. It can be used as a threat. I said it could be used all kinds of ways. I say, but that's within the Black culture. I
Right.
said, it's offensive for anyone else to use it because of how it came about.
Right.
And they still don't understand it because they second language learner. They don't care. Yeah, they got. And so I told her, I say, listen, I say, you're gonna have to go on YouTube and I say, Google ratchet fights. I say these
See,
that
this
you
is
see
what people
pulling the
happen
hair,
when you say that.
the fight. I say, if they hear you say this word, I say, that's how they're gonna treat you. And I am not afraid to fight. I said, okay. I say, here's another thing. I said, what do you think of Allah? And they say, up here. And I say, that's right. There's nothing higher than God, Allah. I say, but right up under him, right here is me, God.
Yeah.
I say, if you choose to say that word, you have to kiss his hand. I say, because I said, hey, I said, right here, right up under Allah's
That's a good way to look at it, right?
I say, so you can't say that word unless you bow down and kiss the hand. I will not kiss the hand. I say, you can't say the word.
Don't say that word.
Say the word.
Wow, that's a good story.
So I say everything else, but that's what that is, right up under it. And that was my psychology for seventh grade.
That was what's up. That's
wow.
what's up. I'm gonna say that too. I'm gonna be like, you got Allah, and then you got nigga.
Right here. Right here. Nigga. Hey. So to go back to them, when I first started teaching at that school, I came in, they showed me my class. I came in with my briefcase. And I set the stuff on the desk. The principal walked me there. Then she left. She closed that door. The girls looked around. They was like, we will rock you. So they was getting lost, and I'm standing here, and I'm looking. I joined in with them. I started doing it too. I said, we will. They stopped.
Right.
I said, I was like, why did you stop, girls? I said, that's one of my favorite songs in the football stadium in America. I said, we get excited when the team is winning. I said, we want to rock you. I say, like that, like that. And we don't like Mister. We don't like. And then one of the girls was smiling. And I looked at her and she was like this. She was happy that I did that. Later, she told me that a couple of the other teachers left the school because they bowed down to that. They was like, oh no, I can't teach that. They, oh no, they were louder. They were going crazy.
They weren't from the D though. They wasn't.
Right. So once they saw how I got with them on that side, the girls eventually came over and they started having like, cool. The boys over here, it's easy with them. They just got a bunch of questions about the culture. I had a kid sitting in the back of my classroom. He always put his little headphones on and he slouched back. Kid named Safe. And I say, listen, man, you have to take them headphones out of your ears. I say, we're not even doing anything that involves devices or nothing. I need to get this message across to you. I say, anyway, what you listening to? He say, Tupac, mister. I say, Tupac? I say, well, you keep on there. I say, Tupac, you can put them back in your ears because I ain't saying nothing more important than this guy, right? He laughed. I laughed. But I said, listen, man, you got earphones at lunchtime.
What's the difference in the schools there? What's the difference in the schools there? Like, do y'all have like corporal punishment? Do y'all have prayer in school?
No corporal punishment. It's just the culture. They love.
Is it prayer in the schools?
Well, most schools won't allow you to go and pray. The kids be trying, but that's because the kids are like any other kids. They're trying to take advantage of it. I can skip a class. Hey, I want to go pray. Like, let's say if you was at a Catholic school or something. Hey, I want to go pray. You go down, you skipping classes. You on the other side of the building. So they careful about that. So it's not like a school thing, but there are prayer rooms because you got staff that don't want to go pray or whatever. So it's there. It's an option.
Yeah. That's cool. That's good.
But yeah, the kids same, get away with what they can get away with. Got a lot of questions. The culture, definitely.
Yeah,
they love our culture,
That's what's up. All right, Donnie, what you got?
Well, so I'll be kind of wrapping it up. We always hit somebody with the Mount Rushmores. So I gotta get 2 Mount Rushmores from you, obviously for basketball. And then I'm gonna say actors.
Okay.
Your Mount Rushmore basketball players, your Mount Rushmore
top 4.
actors.
Dang, man. Okay.
I hit you. You gotta think.
Yeah,
it's yours too. It's yours.
Actors.
It's
yours. You got me with the actors. I would say for basketball, Mount Rushmore, Magic Johnson.
Definitely.
And Jordan.
You got 2 more. You got 2 more.
You got 2 more.
That they worldwide or locally?
Anybody. It could be any basketball.
Go Mount Rushmore.
Like. It could be a coach. It could be
it could be
any basketball.
Yeah, man, we got you thinking today, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got you thinking today.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go Steve Smith. He was an idol growing up. I was happy to meet him a few times that I have and speak with him. He started following me. We kick it. Hey man, what's your Instagram? He started following. I was like, okay, Smitty.
Yeah.
So Smitty's there
because I heard about Smitty from.
Okay.
You was the first person I heard. When we was in high school, you was the first one I heard about Smitty from.
Okay.
About Smitty before him being in Michigan State. And I always knew you like Magic. So I figured you was going to say Magic, and then now we putting Smitty there. So those two I always knew you had love for.
Yeah, Smitty. And like I said, Mike J, because I said Magic, Mike J,
Smitty. You got one more.
I'll say
coach. It could be
I'll say, man, you got me on the spot, man. It could be a coach.
You know, Donnie wants you to put Jordan in there since you ain't got nothing to put in there. You know, Donnie.
Jordan is in there.
Jordan.
I got Jordan in there. You gotta have Jordan in anything basketball.
Right.
For sure.
You know, Donnie looking like
That's
he ain't
how
gonna
I
say
feel,
Jordan, he
too.
ain't gonna say
Yeah,
Jordan.
if it's basketball, Jordan gotta be. And you can miss
You
out
gotta
on
have
somebody
Magic, you
else.
gotta have Jordan. They gotta be in the conversation.
Yeah.
You gotta have them too.
Not unless you just want to piss Donnie off.
Right.
Oh man.
Man, big
I
fella
know.
mad at you. He'll be chasing you down. He'll be in Dubai by the time this show go off.
Right, you ain't lying.
Sure. Hey, listen, Donnie had the Jordans. Like they had to re-break out the Jordan. I tell these young people, I say, y'all don't know. I say, y'all don't even know. That man
and
right
Donnie
there,
still got him.
Y'all
Leonard. He
understand
still
how
got
hard I
him.
was
And
begging
he
for them
clean.
shoes. Huh?
Already
Donnie
right.
still got him.
I was
Donnie
begging my mama for them shoes. So I finally got a job. Yeah, I was begging for them shoes. Yeah, you're right. That was those were the years with the Jordan stuff back then.
Yes, brother.
Totally different from how it is now.
Yeah.
You know?
So
what
I would
about
say
your
the
actors?
last person on the Mount Rushmore. I would say for basketball. Wow, you say coach. That's rough,
anybody.
That's so rough. That's so rough. But I'll just say because he's on my mind, I'll say Rod Strickland. Because he's one of those guys that flew under the radar for basketball. I thought he was smooth.
Right.
You know, underrated guard. But you know, I also looked up to him too. So
looked up to him.
Yeah.
Dope. That's dope. Yeah.
I said the other one was actors. I'll say,
or you can say rap unless you want to do rappers because we did.
Unless you want to do rappers, if you want to do movies, you ain't got to be actors. Could be Mount Rushmore movies. Could be, you know,
whatever
do the rappers. Do the rappers. Do the rappers.
Yeah, because we got to see a rapper. We picked some good ones for our rappers.
Right.
They throw it too much at you, Lenny.
It's your Mount Rushmore too.
They trying to put the pressure on you. Hey,
it's only two, huh?
No, 4.
You got the ball.
All right, I like bars, y'all. I love bars.
Right.
And as much as I love Tupac and Biggie, Nas is my guy.
Okay.
Nas. Redman. I hope y'all listening to the new Redman right now.
Yeah.
Redman. Plus he jumped in the ride with me and Son. Rest in peace. Nas, Redman and Method Man. Me and Sutton was sitting at the Renaissance on the side of what they call that hotel that's on the side at the Renaissance Center.
Oh, probably back then it was the Westin.
Yeah. We were sitting outside.
Nice to change, but
they pulled up in the limo and we got to talking stuff and Redman came and just jumped in the car. I said, oh, that's wild, man. And he got out. Method Man came over and jumped in. I said, wow. Those guys was crazy. But Redman, Nas,
Redman. You got two more.
Man, it's so many, man. I hope I'm not trying to discriminate at all, but I love Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, my guy. You know, I know politically he
Hey, don't even worry about
that.
Everybody loves Snoop Dogg.
Hey, I love Snoop Dogg. Hey, listen, my daughter, who's definitely an introvert, loves Snoop Dogg.
She
don't love much, a whole lot of nothing. She loves Snoop Dogg.
Right.
So Nas, Redman, Snoop, and this might be boy. I have to go. Rest in peace. I would say I'll go Jadakiss. Let's go Jadakiss.
Okay.
Just above Prodigy.
There you go.
Dope.
Well, you got me thinking, brother.
That makes
those usually do because you kind of really need some honorable mentions on there, you know. But
you gotta have
trying to narrow it down to that 4.
Right. Yeah. I had Salt and Pepper in my phone. You know that because
come on.
Salt and Pepper was the queen. Yeah.
And when we do have a get together, we gotta throw that old school music on.
We do, no.
You know, all the old school jams.
Yeah, we think about having some. We thinking about sponsoring a comedy show and kind of making it and mixing it in with something for the school, like a class reunion type thing.
Yeah, that'd be
So
sweet.
we've been trying to do some stuff. We've been getting some viewers and popularity on our show and stuff.
That's
so
what's up. Rightfully so.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Rightfully
so.
All right. I got a hot one for you, Lynn.
Okay.
Now you a coach. You used to pressure. You played at college. You used to pressure, right? There ain't no big deal.
You blinking out, right?
Can you hear me? Am I in there?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Okay, hurry up and ask him.
I can
blink
hear you.
out.
I just want to know what you think about the new president, Donald Trump. Now,
All right.
I'm back home.
Yeah.
Hey, can you say anything about that? You ain't gonna be in no trouble or nothing like that. It's freedom of speech.
Long as I don't talk bad about this country.
Oh, right. Okay.
But my thoughts on that is I try not to get too involved with the politics. I got some thoughts. I say with anything, even religion. So we talking about a person here. Some things you agree with and some things you don't. I say what's best for the people. Like I'll say some things I do like. Let's start with that because I always like to start positive. I'll say that he said that he's gonna cut some taxes back home. He wanna, I know a lot of people are unhappy about what he's doing as far as deportation and stuff. But it's a lot of people that's unemployed that need jobs, that can't get jobs or can't get support because of illegal immigrants. And in no place in the world can you just go to the country and be a citizen. Just pop up like, other than the States. If you want to go to Africa, if you want to go to Europe, you got to have some credentials, some stuff, some paperwork to even be considered. So it's a way to do it. His aggression, I don't know about that. I know he's an immature man. He's about the social media. He's a rich guy, but I think he's a good businessman. However, like I tell these people over here, I say I'm from a place where it's not even about the president. It's about our community getting it together and putting our money, and trusting one another and building our community. I say because we've had all different type of presidents. We had a brother as a president, but when you look around the neighborhoods look the same. Right. So I really, like I said, that's why I really don't go too far into the politics, because it starts on the ground. Who's gonna clean that yard? We can't wait for no truck to come out here. We got to dig these weeds up, clean these yards. We got to make sure that the youngsters ain't tearing down the neighborhood. We got to look after one another, because this is what the other people do. When you're riding around in the suburban neighborhoods, they know you're not from around there. They say, hey, where you need help getting to? Or you looking for something? They let it be known that, hey, we out here. You see us, and all of us know each other. That's where I look at. Because, we tend to get upset about stuff politically, and rather than doing, So my thoughts about him, he gonna look out for his. I know he's let a few brothers out, like Kwame Kilpatrick, Big Meech. He done pardoned some black guys, some criminals. He done pardoned some white criminals, black criminals, people that's did wrong. He's pardoned some people. Not saying that that's good or bad or whatever reason, but what effect is he or any other president gonna have on the hood where most of us are from? Nothing until we do it. Those people don't come around until it's time for election. That's when you see those people, and they usually grab somebody that's popular to put on TV to show, hey, I'm with him, he with us. We smart. Detroiters are smarter than that. That's for sure.
Definitely.
For the most part. You can't run that past no King Crusader. So cast
No,
technicians,
is he fired up?
guitars, or something. Whatever. East always like we some sharp people in Detroit. That's something that I recognize.
Yeah.
I gotta big up my city all the time.
Yeah, you sure do.
Beautiful people from Detroit. It's a beautiful city. It's cold as hell.
It's cold.
But I love
Make us
my
appreciate the summer. All right.
Yeah, it's cold. We try to package up some of the snow and send it to you. It won't. I don't know if it'll make it.
Home, and I make sure that when I'm schooling them about this right here, I also let them know when y'all go to the city and talk about all the dangerous stuff. I say don't tell you about all the beautiful people and all of them smart, intelligent Black people that's into business or making things shake. Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. So we gonna wrap it up. I wonder if you remember. Do you remember the last time when we was at the class picnic and me and you was sitting with Herb and Herb was telling, and I was asking you about Dubai and you was telling me the story in front of Herb.
Yeah,
I would just never forget that because that was just something I remember because he not with us anymore. And Herb was my boy and all of our boy, and I just remember that moment that we shared, and I didn't know that, and I was just like, wow. And so I'm glad
that's a magic moment.
Yeah, it was a magic moment, and I'm glad that we got to share that. It was just us sitting there in his wheelchair, and we was talking, and it was a beautiful moment. So, and then you got to make it. You know what I mean? To see him.
Yeah, that was a great moment. Everybody, we definitely got to have a moment like that again.
Yeah, we want to have one in Dubai so we can bring the What Up Doe podcast to Dubai.
Man, that would be huge. Even if a few of y'all can make it, because I know everybody can. But whoever can come and like I said, if somebody needs support with putting the trip together and everything, they can reach out. So I can make sure they get the experience, the real experience.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I'm gonna go see what kind of openings they got.
Helen, as far as business, and fellas, as far as business, I'm here. This place, that's one thing, is it's real innovative and open to business from everywhere. So if you got ideas, things that you want to do on this side, there's a lot of things you can do. And that's something that I definitely want to offer the people back home. That if if it's something you're interested in or you want to make investments over on this side, it can easily happen without you even being here.
Wow. And that's a good.
Be international.
Right.
Be international. Yeah.
That's what's up. Any shout outs you want to give?
Hey man, I'm gonna shout out the whole class of '91 from that sweet Martin Black and Gold. And shout out to the Detroit Lions. They ended on a short note, but man, these guys, since I've been it's unreal what we're witnessing right now. We can't take it for granted. They did win the NFC North Championship, so shout out to them Lions.
Yes, that's what's up.
Go Lions.
We came a long way.
I'm saying they're getting all these coaches and stuff out of here, and I'm like, okay, y'all can, everybody got to move. That always happens. Just don't take the culture. Long as the culture is here, long as that's here, I feel like we still.
The city, the city is here, So
they didn't brought a different culture to that locker room. So hopefully, like I said, I believe that stay. Then we gonna be all right, We're gonna be all right.
Stay healthy,
Yeah. That's what's up.
That's it. Shout out to y'all for putting this together. I appreciate it. I love what y'all doing. Keep it going. It's going up.
Yeah, it's going up.
Thanks, man.
Going up.
You gotta try out here.
Yeah.
Welcome to the What Up Doe Podcast. In this episode, we talk to our very own Leonard Hassell. From Detroit's very own Martin Luther King Senior High School to Dubai. Leonard has lived in Dubai since 2012, and there he has built a beautiful life. He's an esteemed educator, a mentor, and a basketball coach. Also a wonderful husband and father. Please stay tuned after the show for video clips and pictures of Leonard's life in Dubai. Let's give a warm welcome to our very own Leonard Hassell.
was just 1 minute away from that mall, so I'm here now. I'll just park right here in the front. You see the parking guy walking around, but I'll park right here.